See,
Somebody's going down.
you won't know what good or bad is until you had them both. And, that's like a good relationship, a bad relationship. Like, you won't know what and like, say my case, you won't know what a bad relationship is until you find a good relationship or get in a good relationship. And like, for instance, for myself, being adopted and all that shit in that family and seeing all that shit my mother did to me and my daddy did to me, how nasty they were, getting a nigga robbed and my mama dropping me and just all kinds of shit. My dad is siding with my enemies all the time. And, I never knew what a bad family was until I met my daughter's mother, Shawnetta. Now, when I met her and I went around them and their family, they had a real family, like every week, all the time. Like, wasn't just one day. Every day, somebody was at her grandma's house checking on her. They hug each other. They love each other. They inspire each other. They believe in each other. I never had that. See, when me and Shawnetta be out, her mama would call her, "Hey, I just want to check on you. I'm going crazy. I ain't talked to you all day." My mama would never call. You feel me? So I didn't get a chance to understand what, I first saw what Man family, but I wasn't that close to them. But I really saw it when I got with Shawnetta's family. I mean, they got aunts and cousins. Everybody love each other. They hugging. Everybody pitching in. This person helping. That person helping. That person. Of course, they got flaws and everything else. But it was a community effort. And that's why my daughter was raised so well. Not just because Thomas and Bess had a little money. That's all they had. But her other family had community effort. Everybody played their part. And when you went around Sophie and them, that's why me and Sophie was so close, because nobody degraded anybody. You ain't gonna be shit, and I don't believe in your movies. Sophie was always like, she always said, if that boy can get off drugs, he has an amazing mind. I told her about movies and all. She was like, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. You know what I mean? And, I would go back to my dad and my mom and say, man, I got a new movie out. Why would we want to watch you? We didn't adopt you to do that. You're either going to live like us, or we're going to make sure you suffer for the rest of your life. Those are not even character traits of a woman. Usually women have compassion. Women have a heart. Women have, sorrow. Women are emotional creatures. This woman has no emotion. She saw me beg for my mother, and for 40 years straight. And for 40 years straight, they lied. And people are like, well, man, you just need to get over it. That's hard to get over. Because by the time they did, and what's funny is they'll tell everybody, yeah, my dad, when you left here 4 years ago and left us, no, nigga, y'all evicted me. Remember? We went to court about that. Y'all evicted me. So you're a liar again. All you do is lie. You can tell everybody, he just left. And like Bobby told me the other day, yeah, once I heard you was around there getting gangster on your people. They too old for that. I wasn't getting gangster on them. Nigga, I had to do what I had to do to find my information out, because I had been polite and waiting for 30, 40 fucking years. How much more polite you gonna get? This nigga yell if you don't even know something. You know what I mean? She nasty and disrespectful if you ask her something once. Imagine how they'll feel if I did something to them for 40 years. But, I got anger in my heart, and I'm working on it. Then the shit they did to my daughter. They just some nasty ass fucking people. And my question is, why does God allow people like that to wake up, be so fucking nasty, go to church, be phony as fuck in church, phony as fuck in the neighborhood, and be nasty as a motherfucker to the people they supposed to love? They came and got me, man, to be nasty and disrespectful. This nigga is so disrespectful, it's unreal. He's so disrespectful where if you say something to him, I never thought in my years you would curse at me. Nigga, but what about what you do? Let's talk about what you do. See, nobody holds him accountable because he doesn't have anybody that he deals with that has more than him. Everybody he deals with has less than him. So all the cars in his name, he controls people. He give them their credit card, tell you how much you can spend, how much you can't spend. He doesn't deal with anybody who has any sort of belief of self. You have to believe in him. Like, I can remember We was at Man and Jerry house, and he said, Michael Jordan gonna be the first billionaire in sports. I said, no, he ain't. Tiger Woods did it first. I don't believe no Tiger Woods did it first. I don't believe Tiger Woods did it first. So I said, TJ, Google it. TJ, Google it. He said, what Google said? TJ said, well, Uncle Wands was right. Tiger Woods did that shit like a few years ago. I don't care what that shit say. If you say it again, I'm not buying you nothing. I said Michael Jordan gonna be the first. It's gonna be Google don't know everything. You can't believe Google. I know I'm right. Google ain't right. I said, so you smarter than Google? Yeah. He one of them type niggas. Even in the face of the truth, just because he got money and he can tell you don't ask him for shit, he gonna make you say he right. He one of them type niggas. And I say, you know what? I was wrong. You know, anybody can admit to being wrong, but they can't. Like my adopted mama, I mean, she done accused me of shit she know I ain't fucking do. Then she found out the truth and be like, you know what? He really didn't do this. She will refuse to say I'm sorry. Like everything Christians stand for, these people don't have, but they Christians. They own deacon boards and shit. And I'm like, man, how fucking fake can you? I mean, like, what do you get out of being fucking fake? What do you get out of going in these people's church, sitting on all these boards and shit, and putting on your best clothes and all that shit, your best perfume, and you go in that church and treat them people better than you treat the people you supposed to love? You don't even fucking know them people for real. Y'all gonna leave church, they gonna go their way, you gonna go your way. But the people that's in your life, the people you came to get, the person you come get me out of a adoption, foster home. He probably was getting a check. That's probably why y'all, so nasty. He probably was getting a check. It probably was business as usual. But you come get me, and then within 2 months you drop me on my head. Cause I keep running back like kids do. Man, I'm just getting out of foster care, so I got heartache and hurt. Of course, my dad, you ain't had no heartache and hurt. Ain't nothing to be in foster care. I would have been in foster care and I'd have been all right. See, this nigga he just the nastiest motherfucker on earth, man. And I can't believe God would let pieces of shit like that live, man. Like, I always ask God, like, what's the purpose of people like that living? I mean, like, how are they helping society? You just a nasty motherfucker and you phony as shit. Like, bro, the dude saw it. My mother was right there. I told her to stop because I had my crew out there working. He said, Jawanza, she looked back and pulled straight the fuck off. And he was behind her. My dad was behind her in his car. I got a crew in the neighborhood working. And find a real job. I got a business. I got people out here working. They don't want to see that. They don't like that. Anything that in which I may be prospering, they don't like it. I mean, just like they'll give everybody in the family $5,000. They might give me $50. Or they might give everybody $500. They'll give me $50. You know why? Because they know everybody else gonna take that money and go buy Coach bags and video games and shit like that. And they're gonna be broke and they're gonna need them again. But they ain't gonna give me shit because they know I'm gonna take that $500 and I'm gonna go buy some shit, a drill, a saw, or clothes, something to make money. And see, if you make your own money, you intimidate them. You intimidate them because they can't control you. We talking about demons, man. These people, they want to control everything. Soon as anything happen, this is my house, this is my car. Everything is mine. Nothing is ours. I don't care how much work you do around there. Ain't shit ours. Everything is his. That motherfucker can't do nothing. Can't get on the roof. Ain't never got on the roof. Never clean gutters. None of that shit. Very rarely I ever cut the grass. But he claims everything. He one of them dictator type motherfuckers. All this shit, man. Whenever you say anything, you say anything about anything close to what he owns, he gonna let you know it's mine. Say, yeah, I remember we was in Dominican Republic. Oh yeah, I paid for that trip. That nigga ain't had no money. In front of your friends and co-workers and everything. I remember I was small, bro. The nigga got fake teeth. When I was small, bro, this nigga used to come to school. I used to hate when that motherfucker came to school. This nigga used to come to school, bro, and we be eating this shit. And they might have sandwiches for lunch. He'll eat sandwiches. This nigga was pull his teeth out in front of my friends and suck the meat off his teeth. And I'd be like, man, can you stop doing that shit in front of me? What do you mean stop doing it? Nah, them my teeth. I suck them in front of your friends. I don't care if they laugh at you. You just weak. He one of them type, like a torment. If the devil is real, he's it. He's it. I sit him down and be like, Daddy, can I talk? Well, you need to talk to me about. Then I go out here. I don't want to hear this shit. Then I go out here and make a mistake. Well, you should have chose better. Nigga, you ain't gave me no guidance. Everything I fucking learned, I learned on my own, bro. I asked my mama one day, well, how do I do this? Find out yourself. And she a math teacher. You a fucking teacher and you know people learn through other humans. You will tell your own adopted son, find out himself. How good do you think that's gonna turn out? I don't care how it turn out. That's you. That's your life. Man, I grew up, man. And then the more like I got a partner, man, he adopted. Man, he got adopted into a family. They sitting on $500 million. Man, them people do anything for him. They just bought him a brand new Denali truck. Bro, they did a whole lot for the nigga. I mean, they call him. Are you hungry? It's raining. Do you need a jacket? That's love. That's love. And he done all kinds of shit. But they love him. You know, they ain't adopt a nigga for no financial gain or to degrade him or none of that shit. Man, my mama ain't never called. Matter of fact, if I was to call her now, my phone goes straight to her voicemail. She got me blocked on her phone. All because one day I asked her, how would you feel if you had never met your mama? You know, and this how she ended up giving me the paperwork in like 2013, 2014. I told her like this. She was sitting there one day, and I said, I have always asked her, man, I mean, what's wrong with me meeting my mama? I don't want to talk about that shit. We don't talk about your mama around here. They that type of nasty. You know, I'd be like, man, my back hurt. Oh, we don't care nothing about your back. You be all right. You don't need to go to the doctor. I'd be like, but you go to the doctor. I mean, but you don't need to go. They nasty like that. So anyway, I sat her down and said, I tricked her mind. I said, man, her mother that died, you know, she died when I was, I don't know how fucking years old. I don't even know if I was born, but she died, and you know, I go over there and cut her headstone and all that shit. You know, she ain't even my fucking grandma, and I did. Her own goddamn grandkids don't even go cut her headstone, and I was out there cutting it, and she won't even fucking related to me. Well, anyway, one day my mom sitting upstairs. I had been pressing them, you know, snapping in that bitch like, why the fuck y'all won't tell me? You know, it had been 40 years. So yeah, I had some anger issues. They scared for their life. All you had to do was tell me. When the police came, this how much big of a liar my dad is. When the police came, he called the police on me one day. Told him I threatened him, which was a lie. I was on the phone with my daughter. He was blatantly lying. He's a huge fucking liar. He the devil, so he don't mind lying. Well, anyway, when he called the police there, you know, he was like, I just want him out my house. And the police was like, well, you got to evict him if he live. He got clothes here, then you got to evict him. I told the cop, I said, look, if this nigga give me my birth records today, I'll leave right now. I take the little shit I got and I leave walking right now. He told the police, he looked dead at the police and said, we ain't gonna give him nothing. The policeman was like, well, what? We ain't gotta never come back here. If you get him man and shit, the man, you gonna help us, cause you ain't gonna never have to worry about him. We ain't gonna give him nothing. He ain't gonna never find out who his mama is. We ain't adopt him to tell him nothing. And the policeman's like, wow, you know, this guy probably has had a hard life. So I showed the policeman the picture of him having me robbed, and I said, oh, he's just weak. He's just weak. That ain't nothing. I said, look at this picture, Mr. Officer. Now, do this shit look like some fun shit? Like, do this shit look like some shit you should take some kids to? Look at the picture and look at anybody that's around me. Do they look like they fucking smiling? These white dudes got guns. I said, man, when I told the police, I said, when a gun is stuck in your face, no matter if that bitch fake or real, if you don't know, your life changes instantly. Whether that motherfucker tell you it was a joke afterwards or not, the damage has been done. The policeman said, you're absolutely right. I said, what would you do if a motherfucker did that to your son? He said, you don't know. He said, you don't want to know. Exactly what he said. You don't want to know. I said, would you suggest a man take his kid and have a motherfucker put a gun in his face? He looked at me and said, absolutely not. I am so sorry what you went through. He said, I can imagine what you went through. I said, and this nigga think it was funny. You know, him and his wife think it's funny to have a child, 4-year-old child, with a gun put in his face. Throughout 3 white dudes. And I grew up in racist ass Verona. I'm talking about, I was the only black person in my class, so I was in like 6th or 7th grade. So Verona was real racist. We used to go to school and Klan shit be written on the walls and shit. And this nigga gonna take me to have me robbed by 3 white people. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to that video in the description of this video. And you go to that video and look at it and you tell me, do that ride look like it was fun? Some shit you would take your kids to do. Any daddy or mama, look at that picture and that video. Look at that video and tell me, do you think this some shit you would take your kids to do? And me, I'm the motherfucker that's scared. And look how aggressive he holding the belt. Matter of fact, after we got off the ride, you know, the people, this how it happened. I was 3. So I was turning 4. He was like, yeah, we're going to take you to this place and you're going to get all this gold. And ain't none of your other friends got gold. So I'm ecstatic. Telling my friends, nigga, when I come back Monday, nigga, I'm finna have gold around this bitch. You heard me? So we get there. I see him whispering to the little white lady. You know, he must have paid her extra money. So we get on the ride. He hand me the gold. We get on the ride. You ride this ride through Frontier Town. Man, I ain't but fucking 4. Ride this through the town called Frontier Town. Old buildings and western shit and motherfuckers shooting and shit loud and crazy, right? So we coming up to pull up at the end of the ride. I look off in the far distance. I see my adopted mama right there. I'm like, what's she standing on? She got the camera. So the train slows down. Shh. You hear dude say, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop that train. Then you hear like 2-3 gunshots. Bow, bow, bow. Motherfucker said, who stole my gold? I'm the only nigga on the train with gold. And I'm sitting beside my daddy like, bruh, I ain't steal shit. This nigga gave me the gold. They put guns in my motherfucking face and took the gold back. I was a 4-year-old child. I'm gonna put the description in this video. I'm gonna put the link in the description of this video. And when you look how terrified I am. And tell me, if you was to go to that park and you watched that ride and you saw a motherfucker get robbed like that, would you put your child in that situation? If you say yeah, okay, I apologize to them. But watch the video and tell me what you think. Am I crazy or these people some psycho motherfuckers? Just watch the video. I'm gonna put it right in the description of this video. Ones that are done, YouTube can't.